Alright, what's going on YouTube? Currently streaming. We're going to do our pre-market. Finally got the funded. Turns out it wasn't actually under maintenance. It's just because I was using Microsoft Edge and it wasn't working. But now I got it working on Microsoft Edge. Alright, so on the daily, looks like we're bullish. We just had a retrace and we're continuing higher. We have these obvious draws right here. 4 hour. Looks like we're going down. Even though we did not even sweep it. Obviously, I would like to. Sorry. Obviously, I would like to see that get swept. Now, I don't know what the hell is happening right now. Maybe for unemployment claims. But I mean, market just opened like 9 minutes ago. So, when was unemployment? Right here. I mean, it had a little bit of effect. Not too crazy though. It looks like we're just going straight down, even though we didn't even really sweep the liquidity. Well, maybe we tapped into this order block. Because this is an order block, and price can come back up in here. And it did. Oh my gosh, it did. Well, we can't even trade yet. We can trade at... here, past here. So, are we bearish? I guess so. Only because... Well, hold on. Nope, this is not the micro. This is not the micro. This is not... We did not even sweep it. But again, let's go back to the 30-minute. Well, we weren't even on the 30-minute, but whatever. We tapped in the order block. There's liquidity right here on the 30-minute that needs sweeping. But looks like we don't really give a fuck. 8:30, 2. So we currently have... Well, maybe we come up, sweep these London highs, and then finally sweep these. I think that's what's going to happen. Because we have London highs. Obvious. I guess this is the manipulation. What is it? What is it again? It's like... I don't know. It's like manipulation, consolidation, and then the other one. Distribution. Accumulation. We're accumulating in the London session. We're going to manipulate the market to sweep these liquidities up here, and then we're going to distribute downwards to continue lower. Because we're sweeping this high time frame liquidity. High time frame. The next draw on liquidity would be there. That 1.35%, that's not happening, bro. And if it does, it's because of Trump. And if that happens, we're not trading that. Essentially, if price does sweep that liquidity, we're not going to be trading it because that's such a big move for the times that we would be trading. You know what I'm saying? For it to come up there. So where... Looks like we maybe fill this imbalance, swept this liquidity. I have no idea what the fuck price is doing. I mean, you know, price does whatever it wants. But, like, to be honest, I really don't know. Well, we're filling these imbalances, it looks like. Because the lower we go, the more I see imbalances that are being filled. So it looks like we're just filling imbalance. Now, you know what would be nice? An inversion of that. Alright, you know what's really pissing me off? this. I'm used to it because of back testing. I'm used to just having the same color for everything because you can't really have templates. You can't have templates on FX Replay. So I just use the same color. That probably confuses everybody. And me. Hold on. Bro, why does it do that as like the fucking default, bro? Inside center. Okay. Like I never fucking asked for. Is that not the middle? Okay, that is. So essentially, we're seeing imbalance fills and sweep of this liquidity. Well, I need to do my You know what? No, not yet. Not yet, but we're close. We're getting close. We are getting close. It's really like similar though. We had more of an impact on unemployment on S&P. Wow. Holy S&P. Yeah, we swept this liquidity. There's an imbalance right here. Perfectly got filled. Not perfectly, but got filled. Damn near to the point. Just like literally 1 point of movement. This one looks more promising. Hold on, let me do this. And then just go micro, NASDAQ. Let me make sure we're on the correct stuff. Micro. Alright. But for now, let's do our hour. Bullish. Just finished retrace. But we are looking for a sweep of these highs and look for order block entries. This is like a picture perfect. Type shit. Ugh. Let me get a Gmail notification, bro. What we got, bro? Spotify? Shut you. My account balance is below $20. Don't care, because it's my high school account. I got 50 extra dollars for my tax returns, and it was in that account. And I was like, okay, I'll just use that for my next funded. So that's what I did. One day, 4 hour. No, the 1 hour, I mean. Well, what we could do is we could take, since we're bullish, we could take longs from, well, we didn't even sweep it. Never mind. I was going to say we could take longs out there, so liquidity sweep, because we know we're going to come up here and sweep these highs. But it looks like we're just going lower. Dude, we didn't even sweep the actual liquidity. That's what I want. I'm not confirming until I see a wick above this, which is obvious. You know, I'm low-key just going to get rid of that order block. Having it marked out does nothing. I mean, it did tap into me, you know what I'm saying? So technically, okay, on the 1 hour, same shit. Well, hold on. We got an IFVG. Huh. I'm gonna be looking back and forth. 1 hour. Hey, who's all in chat? What's y'all's bias for the day? What y'all on? What y'all on? We got similar shit here. Imbalances right down here. What are we looking for? What, fill this? Dude, we're just like, oh, we can trade now. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this pre-market is like way too late, but that's fine. But yeah, speaking of which, that is the end of the pre-market. I'm gonna go ahead and start looking for trades on the stream, which you should check out. You know what I'm saying? We streaming, we live, we live, we live. Go check that shit out. I'll put it in the description. Kick.com/StetsonHQ, same as the YouTube channel name. But yeah, I will see you guys in post-market analysis. Recording now. Might as well. Just so we can kind of have like the end of the trade. Or this part of the trade at least. Oh shit. What's happening?
The SWAT team is at the goddamn elementary school, bro.
What? The SWAT team is at the elementary school? Bro, what is wrong with America, bro? That's I'm pretty sure that's the one in my town. Bro, what is that sound? Oh. It's that motherfucker. You got about 2 minutes till that 15-minute inverses, so we'll see what happens. If anything, if we go downwards here, it might just be a retrace. Or it is like a retrace. Let's look at the 5-minute. We have a huge imbalance right here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. No, I'm actually going to lock in, though. Only because it might not close my trade. I mean, it should. You know what I'm saying? But it might not. Holy shit. What is happening on the NQ? My gosh. Dude, NQ is rallying like no other. Where's your stop? Down here? It was at the bottom of that 5-minute gap as safety. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Hit. Hit, motherfucker. We're like right there, bro. Come on. Bro, we basically hit it, bro. What the fuck? Come on. Should I have taken profit, chat? Ooh! Let's go! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! My gosh. That was close. That was close. Yo! That was close. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. That was close. That was close, dude. Price just fucking bombed downwards. Holy shit. I just got so lucky. My gosh. Ah! Bro, holy shit. Alrighty, what is going on? Post-market analysis. So we're gonna do both. Alright, we're gonna do my journal. I'm gonna be doing my journal right now, along with post-market recap for the video. Alrighty, so wrong one. What was it? It was on ES. Position was a long. Result, I won. By the way, it was the new. You already know this. You already know this. It was the new funded. What were the confluences? So it was. Let me remember. Let me try and remember. I know it was break a structure for sure. It was fair value gap. We tapped into that fair value gap. I waited for an inversion and a break. I waited for a 5-minute break of structure. There was a liquidity sweep too. We'll go over it. We'll go over it. We had a liquidity sweep on 5, maybe 15-minute, most likely 5-minute. Well, let's see. Yeah, the 15-minute liquidity sweep. Breaker structure on the 5-minute. The fair value gap was the high time frame fair value gap that we originally were waiting for. And then we waited for an inversion of the 1-minute gap. We waited for an inversion of the 1-minute gap. Sorry. What was my return? Plus 1080. My risk was like 1.01%. Session, new, comment, first funded win. Alrighty, so here we go, chat. You're not chat. This is not a stream. So, let's go to the daily. Let's just do this. That makes it easier. So, we're bullish on the daily we're bullish. And originally what this candle looked like, it was like this with a wick. I can't even fucking do it. But there was the candle was like down here and there was a wick. But it didn't sweep liquidity. So it was like a fucking fake out, essentially. So we were bullish. Originally had this candle wicked from the order block, but did not sweep LQ. That means liquidity, by the way. Hold on. So with this information, I knew that even though we were going downwards, it was to grab LQ or fill an imbalance, so we had enough power to be able to draw towards that high time frame liquidity. So that's why I was bullish on the day, even though we were showing a bearish sentiment throughout the lower time frames through throughout. Yeah. Why does it keep saying no suggestions? No, 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 no. Power. Hold on, hold on. Click OK. Okay, so now it won't disappear. I'm not retyping that shit. This is what I want. Copy image. Oh, it didn't even do it correctly. Okay. I want to have that, especially for my first funded win. And we're not going to do the 4 hour because it's essentially the same shit. We can go to the 1 hour though. Had this fair value gap that aligned on ES and NQ. Waited and waited for it to get filled. So we could continue to that. Just do the 1 hour. 1 hour. Alrighty. So, yeah. Basically, I saw. So originally, if we go, do I still have NQ open? I don't. But originally on NQ, there was a gap. I think this gap was also on NQ, but it was a little bit bigger in this area. And that's where we were originally wicking. So I was like, okay, maybe this is it. But it's not. It wasn't really over here on. Um. It wasn't over here on. Yes. But price started moving down past that. So I was like, okay, well, there was also this one that I was like, maybe we might, even though we were wicking the other one. I was like, there might be a chance, especially because this one is, we do have this one on ES and on NQ. So it's kind of like coinciding, you know. And then we eventually did end up going into it. We did fill the imbalance. It's on the 30-minute, the 1 hour, and the 15-minute, and the 5-minute, which in fact, that's what that was. This was the 5-minute one. And as you can see, we literally like tapped right to the 50% level. And so we went on the 5-minute. Well, let's just go to the 1-minute for the last one. I saw this, but there wasn't really an entry or good confirmation after this tap, so I didn't trade here. But I saw price come down, sweep this liquidity, and fill imbalance right to the 50%. Imbalance. Okay. So I waited for this 1-minute gap to get disrespected and waited for 5-minute break of structure, which happened simul. Alexa, how do you spell simultaneously? Simultaneously. Simultaneously. I bet. I remember that. Simultaneously. Simultaneously. Did I get that right? Replay. All right, so it's too easy. Yeah, I got it. Ready? Simultaneously. Ah! Put so I put my stop loss at the bottom of this 5-minute fair value gap purple for safety and confluenced stop loss. Then when then had a 2-to-1. Also did think about putting my stop or my TP at the high time frame liquidity, but wanted to stay consistent, and that also would have been more than 50% of the profit target, and that's not something that I need right now. So essentially, we're gonna explain this. I'm gonna put numbers. I'm gonna put numbers. One. No, 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 no. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know which ones to read. Boom, baby! Nope, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Copy image. That's right. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm gonna explain it to you guys after I get rid of all this shit. All right. So essentially, we saw price come down here, and I was like, okay, well we saw this tap, so let me wait for. I didn't want to wait just for 1 minute breaker structure because fuck that shit. So I was like, okay, maybe I should wait. Let me wait for something else. Let me wait for this in the inversion of this gap on the 5 minute, and that happened. But I was like, I like still don't like this. So I wanted to wait for a breaker structure because at that point when we inversed it, we were already almost there. And there wasn't really like a good entry anyways. Like in here, there was really nothing to enter off of anyway, so I was like, okay, might as well. And literally, it was about to break structure, but within the last 10 seconds of this candle, it came back down. We didn't break structure, so I was like, okay, obviously, don't fucking trade here. And then we eventually ended up coming back down. We swept this liquidity, so I was like, perfect. It's exactly what I wanted anyways, which I said during the stream. Which, technically, we could have done order block entry, couldn't we have? Yeah, we could have done order block entry. Boom, 50%. Would this have been a better trade? 50%. Technically, yeah, it would have been. Yeah, that honestly, that could have been a better trade. Cause it's damn near the exact same shit anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's essentially like almost the same trade. Like It damn near is. It's just a little higher up than where I wanted it to be, and you know, other type shits. That could have been a better trade, but essentially it was honestly right there anyways, and I wanted that 5 minute breaker structure. That's really what I wanted. Which when this candle came up here and inversed, I think I don't know. It happened like at the same time. We inversed this gap, and then we also had 5 minute breaker structure. Or no, no, no. We inversed this one first, but what I was waiting for, which someone in my chat, shout out to Noah, he was low-key smart for thinking this. He was like, before you do anything, wait for NQ to inverse this gap too, to have like to just make sure, because at this time when this got inversed, NQ's 1 minute gap was not inversed yet. So as price came up here and broke structure on the 5 minute, which this was the 5 minute high. If you want to go see, we broke structure right here. As that happened, we inversed that gap on NQ. So it's like boom, perfect. Now all I have to do is find my entry, which I was kind of like a little like confused about. I was like, okay, where do I put my stops? But I was like, okay, well, the best place for me is, and as that happened, like all three things happened at the same time. We inversed the gap on NQ, we broke structure on the 5 minute, which in turn also created this fair value gap right here. You see the purple? We had this gap. So I was like, okay, perfect. Might as well put my stops at this gap. That's the most safe and smartest idea right now, because that's the only confluence around. There's really no lows for me to put it at. I'm not going to put it down here. That's just brain dead activity. There's really nowhere else. On the 1 minute, I mean, we could have put it here if we wanted to, but like that's not really playing it safe. This black is the inversion, by the way. So this was honestly the best option I had. So I was like, okay, let me just put it there and let me do a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Boom, I entered trade and I went for it. And I was like, all right, there we go. And I just sat there and waited. And right here, like I could have taken like price literally came up to here and was like sitting there. It started coming down a little bit, and I was like, I was low key like just for a second, I was thinking I might take profit here just because it almost hit it and it's like right there. But I was like, no, there's no fucking point. So I just was like, took it away, kept playing Clash. You know what I'm saying? Price fucking shot, like literally wicked up. It wicked up, hit my TP, and then dropped. And I think the reason that happened is because I'm not the only person who took this trade. I know someone else in a Discord that I'm in took literally like the exact same fucking trade. Like, damn near. Wait, I think he might have taken. I think he either took the exact same. I think he took this trade. No, he took the exact same trade as me. He took the exact same trade. Look, you see? Here's that fucking area. Look, there's the 5 minute break. Boom. As soon as that happens, 5648. Oh, he's on regular S&P 500. 5648. 5648. But that's all the way down here. I think it's because he's on a different one, but he honestly had it. No, yeah, we literally took dead ass the exact same trade. Because if you see his stop loss placement, look at this long candle, and then we come back here. Look at my stop loss placement. Look at the long candle. He literally took stops at that 5 minute gap, TP right at same spot as me. Like, look, there's those two candles. Boom, that long wick. Boom, look, those two candles. There's that long wick. Exact same shit. So I think a lot of people got like took this trade, so when they're like that when they got take profit got hit and shit, boom, it just low key dumped for a second, and then it's low key just gone back up. But yeah, essentially that is what happened. So low key a good trade. I'm not gonna lie. That was a great trade. I was very patient. I was very patient. I even waited till 10:17, and like I usually don't want to trade until I don't want to trade after 10:30 essentially. But the reason, even if I'm like still looking for a trade at 10, the thing with me trading past 10 is if I know a trading setup is about to show up or is like forming as 10 o'clock rolls around, then I'll stick around. But if there's really nothing showing up, price is kind of like chopping around, don't even know what the fuck's going on, and it's 10 o'clock, I'm probably not going to be trading. But I literally see price fucking like making moves, shit's happening. It's 10-7, it's 10-17. I get my entry shows up. I'm like, "Okay, perfect." I have my entry right here. Even though it's 10-17, it doesn't matter because my entry's right here and price is fucking moving upwards exactly as I said was going to happen. So, yeah, here we have it. That's how I was trading at that time. But how well did I execute my trading plan? Here's why. Trading plan. I use 1%. I use like 1.01% risk, and it's just because it's contracts. 1% risk. I took one trade. It was New York session after 8:50. It was after red news because red news was unemployment claims at 7:30, and it didn't really impact it. I was trading futures. I used a liquidity sweep, break of structure, fair value gap, an inverse fair value gap. I didn't use an order block, but there was a possibility that I could have used it. So I literally used everything correctly on my trading plan. So perfectly, or let's not say perfect. That's a little egotistical. Exactly how I should have. Facts. I was very patient and talked out the trade the whole time and made sure to also be checking higher time frames consistently to make sure I'm not missing anything that would mess up my bias and my yeah. Essentially, I'm saying like about the higher time frames is essentially while I'm trading and shit, I'm like checking higher time frames and stuff to make sure like when that gap got like filled right here, I was like checking higher time frames. I'm like, oh shit, okay, well we just tapped into this one we just tapped into this 1 hour block or just tapped into this 1 hour imbalance. Perfect. 30-minute as well. Perfect. 15, 5 minute. Perfect. Oh, we just 50% level of the 5 minute gap imbalance that's inside of the higher time frame and medium time frame imbalance. Perfect. And I'm just constantly checking these higher time frames, making sure I'm not missing anything, and making sure I'm seeing everything like this gap and shit, basically. Because sometimes I don't do that and I miss things. I'm like, dude, I didn't see that on the higher time frame. That's why my trade got stopped out because I didn't see this. This is why my trade went down instead of up when I was doing longs because I didn't see this. Oh, we just tapped into this imbalance and I'm trying to long. Okay, we're gonna go downwards like just shit like that because I wasn't looking at the higher time frames. But now I'm looking at the higher time frames, making sure everything's correct and in line with what I'm trying to do. What was done incorrectly? I don't know. If you guys have any like tips of what I did wrong in the trade, let me know what you think I could have done better. Just like give me tips. But I think The only thing I can currently think about that was done incorrectly was the fact that I slightly hesitated before taking the damn, bro, placing the trade. So that I slightly hesitated before placing the trade, which slightly cooked my RR. But I was able to adjust it. But just that small moment of not clicking the button can do so much to the trade. I just need to make sure that I am 100% confident in the trade that I am taking, and that the reason, by the way, the reason that I hesitate is because I'm like, oh, this might be a losing trade. That's why I'm about to type this. Ah! Not clicking the button can do so much to the trade. I just need to make sure. What emotions did you feel? Happy, because I knew that this trade would definitely play out based on price action and my edge in the market. And constipated, dude, I needed to take a shit so bad, bro. I was like the whole time, bro. It was so bad. I'm not writing that shit. Alright, that's enough, bro. That's enough. Alrighty. Well, that is the end of this video. Today was a great day in the trading universe. So, by the way, tomorrow we are going to be trading. I don't have work till the afternoon, which I didn't realize till earlier. So I'm going to be able to trade tomorrow. Only news that it is tomorrow is Waller speaking, but that's I think at 9 a.m. But it's orange shoulder. So we'll just have to be careful. We'll just have to be careful and see how it is. But yeah, make sure to check out the stream. Same as my YouTube name, kick.com/StetsonHQ. I will be live at least like minimum 10 minutes before market open. Maximum like 2 minutes after market opens. Just depends on the shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, basically, I don't know what the basically was for, but yeah, that's the end of this video. I will see you guys tomorrow at the stream. Today was a W day. We got to win. I'm going to go do everything I need to do. I need to go make food. I need to go take a shower. I need to do all that shit. I need to read my book. I was reading my book this morning, bro. Get this shit, bro. Get this shit. Read this shit. I've only read like a little bit, but it's about like his backstory so far. But it gets to the good shit in the book. But yeah, I'm gonna go do what I need to do. Make food. I'm gonna do at least an hour of back testing, even though I don't dread it, but it's kind of gay on FX Replay. I don't know. It's a little weird. And then I'm gonna read my book for a little bit. I'm gonna read my book for a little bit, and then yeah, just whatever else I need to do. Um, clean up my room a little bit, stuff like that. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for the next video and stream. Peace.